Hey guys, what is up? It's Voodoo51292, and we're doing another channel update today. And this will cover the week of Monday, December 12th of 2011 through Sunday, December 18th of 2011. And kind of a big channel update. It's the first update I've done post fall semester 2011. I'm now done with the fall semester. I'm now home. Actually, just rolled in a few hours ago from Nashville, Tennessee from my weekend vacation. So this is the first time I really can come home and just kind of unload and know that I'm off for the next 5 weeks, and it's a pretty good feeling, I have to say. So let's talk about last week, what happened, and then we'll look ahead. And of course, as everybody knows, starting this week kicks off what I'm calling GAMINGPALOOZA, which is my last-ditch effort to try to complete 5 major releases this year that I was not able to complete during the fall semester because the semester was so brutal and I was going through so many problems, both school and personal-wise, that I wasn't able to complete these games. Some of these games I've started. In fact, I started all of them except one, but was not able to complete them. So last week, videos. No gameplay videos for the second straight week in a row, which is unfortunate, obviously, because I've been wanting to put out gameplay videos, but it was finals week last week. So no new videos, gameplay-wise, but I did do a special series that was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. Sorry, I can't stop burping. It was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. Like, I wasn't planning on doing this or anything. I just kind of had the idea. And basically, it was a series of 5 videos that I called Packing for Home Winter 2011. And basically, it's just a series of videos. It's when I started packing up in my apartment to head home for this winter break. You know, basically just getting my clothes organized and packing up and cleaning up. So not too visually entertaining, but the whole point of the video was for me to kind of just take a step back and for, you know, about an hour and 15 minutes or so, just kind of talk to you guys in a very casual way about the previous year on YouTube, in school, you know, my personal struggles that I had in my relationship, things that I've learned over the past year, and actually get into a little bit of talking about college life a little bit. It was just a way for me to kind of step back and speak in a more casual, unplanned, you know, way, kind of one-on-one in a way that I don't get to do really with any of my other videos, because I usually try to limit myself on how much I say and things, but in this video I just kind of let the cameras roll and just talk to you guys. And it's a series of 5 videos, and what my plan is, I want to do these twice a year. And basically, when I say that, I mean after each semester. So after the winter semester, or the fall semester, and after the spring semester. So there should be another Packing for Home series in 2012 when I finish the spring semester and I'm packing up to come home for the summer. I want to do another video and just use those as kind of a way for me to casually talk to you guys about what's going on, and it works out well because it happens at, you know, roughly 6-month intervals, so I'll be able to do that. So go ahead and check it out. I apologize if it's not too entertaining visually, but hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Also, as I just mentioned, this past weekend I was in Nashville, Tennessee. I took a mini vacation up there with my parents to see my brother, who lives up there, and also to attend the Saints-Titans game, my first road game of sorts for any major sport. It's the first time I've been on, you know, traveled and gone to a road game, especially for the Saints. So it was fun. It was fun being the away team. It was a crazy game, and so it was a lot of fun sitting around a lot of Tennessee people and just going back and forth. The Tennessee Titans fans are really cool people. They're really nice. You know, it was a fun kind of friendly back and forth. We were just kind of jabbing at each other and having a good time. And it was kind of fun to be the road team, you know, to kind of root for the away team for a change. So it was pretty fun. Now, I did say that I wanted to do some footage from that trip, maybe, you know, around downtown and stuff. And ultimately, I only did one video, and it was the first night we got there, when I was kind of laying down in my room for the night. I just kind of did a video where I talked about, you know, the traveling up there and stuff like that. That's all I took, because that was on Friday. Saturday, we didn't do anything really except lounge around my brother's house. He has a little baby, and it's my parents', you know, grandbaby and my niece, and we went up there and, you know, spent a lot of time with her, and we actually went out and got a Christmas tree for their house and stuff to decorate, so we didn't really do anything film worthy. And then Sunday for the game, we did go downtown, but the thing is that in the NFL stadiums, to my knowledge, you're not allowed to take video cameras in. And of course we had to park the car and go straight to the game. So I could have filmed downtown, but I wouldn't have had anywhere to put my camera to go into the game. So unfortunately I wasn't able to film any of downtown. And on Sunday we parked, walked to the game, went to the game, got back in the car and went home. And then today, Monday, we came home. So it really wasn't much stuff to film. So unfortunately I didn't really get any footage except that one video that you can go watch. It's nothing really special. So it was a little disappointing, but the point of the trip really wasn't to go out and do a bunch of stuff anyway. So that's what happened last week. Also, I promised that I was going to do a video basically taking you on a channel tour of my homepage and YouTube. Now there's a new layout that I've converted to it, which I did not get to last week. I apologize again. I was wrapped up in studying for finals. I thought I was going to have some time to do it, and wound up not having time because I had to study. But that video will be coming this week. In fact, I may actually film that video right after I make this one. So keep that in mind as well. But that's the kind of stuff that happened last week. No gameplay, but some videos here and there in the Packin' for Home Winter 2011 series, which you can check out in a playlist. So now getting to this week and really the next 5 weeks or so that I have off here, which is GAMINGPALOOZA. And again, for those of you who are new to the channel and don't really know what GAMINGPALOOZA is all about, basically, as I said, there were 5 major releases that 4 of them I started, 1 I have not, that I thought I was going to have time, and because of the fact that so many games were coming out that I had to get to, and I was really stretched for time between school and other things I was doing and all the new games coming out, that a bunch of these games I was not able to actually complete. And in the case of one game, I wasn't able to start it. And my goal is to kind of try to play and beat as many of these 5 games as I can between now and, sometime in January, when it just gets to the point where, new games are coming out for 2012, I'm back in school, and it's just not feasible anymore. I don't really have a set date in January when I'm like, okay, this is when GAMINGPALOOZA cuts off. But one interesting note I forgot to say about last week, which I can't believe I forgot, my PlayStation 3 is fixed. A friend of mine, Dave, actually knew of a local place that repaired game systems for a relatively cheap cost, considering that Sony wanted to charge me $130 for me to send it to them to get it fixed. So needless to say, we got it for less than that. We brought it over, come to find out, it was the laser that had gone out. And apparently there's a pretty common problem amongst old PS3s, which is ridiculous, that they make systems that their laser fails in 3 years. But we went, and the guy said, when we went, he said, he took one look at it and said, I know exactly what's wrong with it. It's the laser. They fixed it in 1 day. It's back. I tested it out, and it works perfectly fine. So I do not have to waste Christmas basically getting a brand new PlayStation 3. I'm going to use my same old PlayStation 3 I have. It is now fixed. So that is very good news. I can continue all of those games that I started on PS3. I can continue on the PlayStation 3 and don't have to restart them. So that's good news. But anyway, back to GAMINGPALOOZA. And I'm just going to talk honestly with you guys because, that's what I'm all about. I'm about being honest and blunt, letting you know really what's up, what's the situation. Even though I don't have school anymore, I'm out of school, it's not like I have every day from now till I go back. It's not like I'm completely scot-free, no responsibilities. I can wake up in the morning, play games until I go to bed in the night. It's not like that. Because now that I'm back home, my responsibilities don't go away, they just shift from, okay, I gotta get up every day, go to school, study, do all that stuff. Now it shifts back to home and responsibilities I have here now that I couldn't do obviously when I was in school, such as my family. I need to spend more time with my family, my grandparents and stuff that I wasn't able to do when I was in school. With Christmas coming up, I have a lot of responsibilities, like going to the storage facility, getting Christmas decorations with my dad, bringing them back here, setting up decorations, setting up the Christmas tree. I may be called upon to go out Christmas shopping. Those kind of responsibilities. still have responsibility, obviously, to my girlfriend, who's actually coming over tomorrow, and we're going to be doing Christmas stuff, watching Christmas movies. She wants to go out to, you know, our local city park and go to the Christmas thing there. Out of the blue, I had one of my old friends, who used to be my best friend for some time, recontact me, basically because about 2 years ago in high school we had a bad falling out. Some really nasty stuff happened between us in high school, and we drifted apart, went to different colleges. That was about 2 years ago. He contacted me kind of randomly out of the blue, apologizing for all the stuff that went down, and he's interested in kind of reconnecting, so I may do some stuff with him. So I still have responsibilities, and you know, like I said, tomorrow, I said I was planning tomorrow and getting up and playing Revelations all day. Well, now, you know, it turns out that my girlfriend is going to come over, we're going to do Christmas stuff, so I don't have all day tomorrow to play. So, here's the main deal. There's a possibility that I'm not going to be able to complete all 5 of these games, especially since a good amount of them are long games. I mean, Batman, Deus Ex, and Dead Island, and Assassin's Creed, all 4 of those games are pretty long games. So, there's a chance that, no, I'm not going to be able to finish them all by January-ish, okay? But I'm gonna try and do my best, and what I want to do is really focus on the stuff that I really want to get done. And I'll tell you the order, or at least the stuff that I'm really focused on and the stuff that I'm not so focused on. Number 1, Assassin's Creed Revelations. That's the game I have not started. That's a game I really want to play and beat, because I haven't really played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 2, because Brotherhood, I played about half of it, and even when I played it, I was just kind of going through the motions to kind of just play it. I wasn't really enjoying it. I really didn't enjoy Brotherhood very much, because it was in 2010, and I'd actually played Assassin's Creed 2 in 2010. I had just gotten into the Assassin's Creed series and played Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 in 2010. And Brotherhood, I played it too close to 2, it felt too much like the same thing, and didn't enjoy it. So I haven't really played an Assassin's Creed game, you know, really getting into it since 2, and I kind of missed the Assassin's Creed series, so I really want to play Revelations. It's a huge release, and that's the first game that I'm going to be concentrating on in GAMINGPALOOZA. And then, it's kind of a toss-up, because I really want to continue to play Dead Island with Brandon, do our co-op playthrough, right where we left off the last time, where I had to cut it short. It was a lot of fun the one night that we played it. We had a blast, and he's all excited about continuing to play it. I'm excited about playing it with him, because I always think that the co-op stuff, especially with him, is some of the you know, the funniest stuff. Because I'd say out of all of my friends, obviously he's the one that's most into my channel and most into gaming and doing this stuff on YouTube. And he and I have very similar senses of humor, and so when we play stuff, it's hilarious. And so I'm excited about doing that, about getting back and playing some Dead Island with him. And then I really want to play Batman, Arkham City. You know, obviously, everybody, it's just the greatest game ever according to everyone. I like Batman quite a bit, and obviously it looks like a great game. And I want to continue to play Batman and beat it. Now the other 2, Deus Ex and Gears of War 3. Alright, so let's just lay it down blunt, like I said we're going to do. If I don't get to Gears of War 3, then I don't get to it. And this is where I'm going to take a lot of flame and a lot of flack, and I just don't care, because, you know, everybody has their own opinion, so, you know, please respect mine. But when I was playing Gears of War 3, for the time I did play it, I was bored, okay? I'm one of these people who doesn't understand the hype around Gears of War. It's a third-person shooter, and from what I've played of 3, now I'm not saying that it does, you know, I'm not making a judgment on the game, I'm not giving a review, because I haven't played nearly enough of it, but from what I've played of Gears 3, it was a very repetitive third-person shooter that, to me, felt like I was playing Gears 1 again, because I had played about half of Gears 1, and it seems like the same thing. And I didn't really like Gears 1 that much when I played it, so I know everybody goes crazy over Gears of War and says how good it is, but I'm just, to me, it's not, for me, maybe because I didn't get in on Gears of War 1, you know, when I was, when I had just, you know, because you gotta remember, I grew up with the PlayStation 3, in this new generation. I didn't get the Xbox till this year, so, you know, I don't understand the whole thing about getting Gears 1. Maybe when Gears 1 came out for that 360, it was the best thing on 360, and because it has such a strong fan following, the series was popular. But now, playing Gears 3 that came out this year, I was bored with it. I'm not going to, lie to you. Now, does that mean that I don't want to go back and play it? Not necessarily, but when you compare it to all the other games I need to do, Gears of War 3 is last, absolutely priority. Deus Ex, I want to play it, but again, compared to the other 3 games, I want to play the other 3 games more than Deus Ex. Deus Ex, when I played it, again, it was more stealth combat gameplay, something that I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of the Metal Gear series. Everybody likes their own particular style of game, and I like a lot of different genres of games, but I think everybody kind of has those couple of genres of games that just aren't their forte and aren't, this huge thing. For me, I have a few genres that are like that, and one of the ones for me is that stealthy, complete stealth Metal Gear type gameplay. I'm not a huge fan of that. I still want to play Deus Ex because I have a feeling that if I get into it and learn the game a little bit, I will enjoy the game. But again, compared to the other 3, it's on the back burner. So I'm definitely going to be doing Revelations first and foremost. Then, depending, I have to find out from Brandon when he is available to kind of sit down and do a run on Dead Island. To play that, it's going to be Dead Island and Batman. I don't know which order they're going to come in, and I may be playing Batman, and then, Brandon says, hey, look, these next couple of days are a perfect time for me. I'll make sure that I'll actually clear my schedule. I won't plan on doing anything, and then I may switch from Batman over to Dead Island for a little bit. But those 2 games for sure. And then when we beat those 3, we'll see where we are. That'll probably take us to January. We'll see where we are, and we'll make a decision on the other 2 games. Because don't forget that I am going to be making a series of my top 10 games of the year. I want to do some video editing with that. I want to experiment around and do some voiceover work on some gameplay footage and try to make that a good series. So that's going to take some time to make as well, and I'd like to get that filmed before I have to go back to school because it's going to take a lot of work, and it's going to take me a good 2 or 3 days to actually create those videos. So basically, we're going to beat those 3 games I talked about, Assassin's Creed, Dead Island, and Batman, and then when we're there, we'll make an assessment. If I have enough time to play Deus Ex, Gears of War 3, before I make my top 10 videos, I'll do it. If I don't have enough time, I'll just have to make the top 10 and leave those 2 guys out of there. Or it may come down to a situation where it's like, okay, I have a little bit of time, but I don't have enough time for Deus Ex, so I might as well just beat Gears 3 just so that I don't have 2 games that I didn't play, and I'll only have 1. But like I said, we'll beat the first 3, then we'll make an assessment where we are, and make a decision from there. But that's moving forward. Assassin's Creed Revelations gameplay will start this week. And I can't tell you exactly which days or how much I'll be playing, but there is going to be Revelations footage this week. I'm going to be playing it, and footage will be going up. Also, I'm going to do that video actually right now. I've decided right after this video, I'm going to make a video taking you on the tour of my channel with the new layout. And this is a must-watch for those people who are old and new fans alike, because it doesn't matter how long you've been a fan of mine, the YouTube layout is new to everyone. And it may be confusing for you to find things on my new channel. And I want to explain to you guys where you can find it, how you can find it, and how I'm going to be using the layout, what I'm going to be doing with the layout, so that you know what my intentions are when you see things on certain pages, okay? Last thing, again, I'm going to keep plugging it, playfire.com/voodoo51292. Go over there, check it out. Add me if you have an account. That's where you're going to find all the latest information I'll be posting up, almost kind of like a game. It's almost like a gaming Twitter is what it is. And I'll be posting up stuff on there when I do videos, when I make videos, when I'm playing games like Assassin's Creed, so that you guys know what I'm playing, when I'm playing it, and when to expect the footage. So playfire.com/voodoo51292, 51292. Check it out and add me there. And that's where you're going to find all the information about me that you need to know. Okay? So check out gameplay this week of Assassin's Creed. and check out my video I'm making right after this about my new YouTube page. I'm going to leave it as the main video on my page tonight. I'm not even going to make this update my main video. I'm going to make that video because it's important for people to watch, okay, so that you know what's up with the new channel layout, alright? So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you this week with the return of gameplay to my channel. Alright, thanks guys.